Thursday morning, we're live here on YouTube. I am Rich Lieberman, and you're not, as I steal a line from an old Saturday Night Live show with Chevy Chase. And what the hell has happened to Chevy Chase? What is he about? It's got to be about what, about 107 or something like that. And did some movies after Saturday Night Live and some talk show stuff, but we haven't heard from him. He's like Jimmy Hoffa. It's just kind of missing. I think he's still alive. In any event, welcome to the show. There's a lot going on at KTVU, and most of it is kind of negative because they don't know what the hell to do. They've got a decision looming. There's a whole lot going on, and I'm going to give you the inside dope and not press release shit, which is one of the reasons why you come here. And do you like the new? See this? It's the only thing in Obama that I have in common with it. These, if I was an airline, I could fly. Okay, enough of that. So here's the deal. So the Hainer news, it's out. We broke it here. I'm using me. It's me. We. Yeah. I. And here's the dilemma at Channel 2. And it all kind of officially takes place the day after June 20th, which I also got right, by the way, as far as Hainer, Julie Hainer retiring. I don't know if it's just her retiring. That's a future broadcast if I do such on that subject. So here's the deal. I've been saying for over a year now, here's the problem at KTVU right now at their bread and butter 10 o'clock news. They gave that job, the one in which Frank Somerville was dismissed. They gave it to Mike Mibach, mostly just because they thought he deserved it. They didn't do a whole lot of research and say, you know what, this guy would make a great replacement. This guy has all the boxes checked. This guy has earned his right. Well, they did more on the latter. They gave it to him mostly just, again, because they figured, we owe it to him. That's both KTVU and the firm. Now, the firm is commonly referred to as Fox, or maybe it's the other way around, whatever. Fox executives. This is one of their big markets. 10 o'clock is still king at KTVU. So when Somerville went, I'm going to talk about that in a second, Frank, it was commonly believed that he and Julie Hainer would make for a fantastic transition team. She's cool. She's got the look. She's got 27 years at KTVU. He has the locker boy look, right? He'll appeal to women. He'll have all of the demos. Women love him. Men like him. Middle-aged people, educated people, nah. Of course, most educated people don't watch television news anymore. But back to Mibach. So Mibach, they doubled down, folks. About 4 months ago, the beginning of the year, they told Mibach, you're all set. We ain't doing anything. You're the guy. You're going to, for the time being, they're going to play around, so to speak, with Julie Hainer. You guys are going to make a great duo. Only one thing, the numbers aren't there. They're losing numbers big time. This is not just my opinion, folks. This is an either or. It's black or white. They don't have the viewers. That cuts into, guess what? Advertising. So while they still command at 10 o'clock, they have KPIX breathing down their back. And yes, KPIX doesn't have a 10 o'clock newscast, but they have an 8 o'clock newscast. And a lot of people are switching to picks at 8, or CBS News Bay Area. The dynamic of Mibach and Hainer, now it's really going to change, to be altered. Why? Because Hainer's gone. And really, she didn't deliver the goods either lately. That's one of the reasons why she agreed to retire and why she agreed to be nudged out, because she finally realized, she saw the handwriting on the wall that eventually, hey, I might as well continue to go to the cocktail parties in Danville. I might as well keep working on my MAGA activities. Yes, Julie Hayner is a MAGA. We'll talk about that sometime soon. Are you surprised? I'm not. But in any event, Mibach, they doubled down. They told him that he was going to be kosher. They loved him. Well, guess what? Their numbers are down. Advertising is down. Mibach has not delivered. In over the year and a half that he's had that job, sitting on the news desk, the numbers aren't there. Nobody's numbers have been there. And this is the thing about Frank Somerville. Love him, hate him, have no opinion, which I find hard to believe. Channel 2 has not recovered from finding somebody to replace Frank Somerville. You may have your faults with Frank. I certainly have. I've built up a relationship with him because he understands that a lot of people watch this show. Lots. He wouldn't be doing this show if he didn't know that a lot of industry people watch, for better or worse, and you watch. Most of you watch. Both of you watches. And KTVU, I've been, as you know, critical. Take a look. If you're not critical, who the hell are you? But in any event, they have not found a suitable, no pun, replacement for Somerville. Somerville, for all of his whatevers, he delivered numbers, even in this internet age, even in this era when electronic devices and streaming and all these alternatives, these non-conventional means to where people get their news, Somerville was still delivering the numbers. That's whether you love him, you hate him, whatever. Numbers are numbers. He had a dynamic presence on the KTVU news desk. That's just fact. KTVU and Fox have not found that person. Maybe it's impossible. Maybe they got to go outside the market. That's certainly something that they considered, but they were too busy looking within. So I already told you, it's all but certain Heather Holmes is going to replace Julie Hayner, and she'll work with Mike Mibach. If it doesn't work out with Mikey, then Mikey is not going to get fired. They're going to probably move him to like 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. But guess what? I also reported that KTVU higher-ups already have and had a contingency duo, anchor duo in place. And that is Alex Savage. I find very good, not spectacular, but solid. He ostensibly would be the ultimate replacement for Somerville. And my theory is this: they're going to give another 4 or 5 months to let Mibach find his place. But here's the problem also. They're already planning, most television stations and networks, they already got a fall setup in place. They've got all of these things in place. That's a normal SOP, standard operating procedure for these companies. So they were going to put forth Heather Holmes and Alex Savage, but they got a problem, and that's Mibach. My deduction would be they're not going to outright just say take a hike. In a way, they will if this doesn't work out. Him and Heather. What they'll probably do is they'll work them out. She's already worked with Savage, she being Heather. As I predicted here, that's the future duo for the time being, right? But if the numbers aren't there, they're going to go straight to Heather and Alex Savage, and they're going to try to find someplace for Mibach. Maybe they put him in the field. Who knows? But he's just not liked. He's perceived as kind of this loopy, kind of a frat boy guy that doesn't have any kind of chops. He got this kind of smarmy type of demeanor. Don't don't even ask. I guess I just did about his image at KTVU. The women can't stand him. Most of the guys can't stand him. But whatever, Fox rewarded him. It hasn't worked out. But the overriding issue is KTVU has not found anybody with the numbers and the popularity. And this comes across all demos, young, old, women, men, in the middle, 25, 54, young people, college educated people, truck drivers, plumbers, rabbis, politicians. Somerville checks all the boxes. That's why he had that humongous following. That's why they were so disappointed and unnerved by what has happened. The beginning of Memorial Day weekend, 2021, until about a year ago. So that's what's going on at Channel 2. The Mibach situation. And now, oh, by the way, they're going to prop out a victory tour in these last 14 days and do a farewell for Hainer. I wonder if they'll invite the local MAGA chapter to the last broadcast she does on the 20th. By the way, 2 weeks from tonight, on Thursday the 20th, she says sayonara to Fox 2. Bad news, if you like Hainer. Good news, all the cocktail people and social whirl in beautiful Danville, California, the heart and soul of Cocoa County. I'm Rich Lieberman. Please subscribe to the channel. Please make a contribution to my site so I can continue to give you what you love and look forward to every day.